Hello everyone, Happy New Year, welcome to 2024. For today we're going to be talking about my most anticipated movies of this year of 2024, so let's dive right into it here. Now I know everybody's been throwing out their top 10 best movies of 2023, top 10 worst movies of 2023. I was going to do that kind of video, but honestly I just didn't have the time. So right now we're going to be doing my 10 most anticipated movies of 2024. There's a lot of movies I am genuinely excited about for 2024, but of course I want to know yours in the comment section down below, your 10 most anticipated movie or even the most anticipated movie you have for 2024. Please let me know in the comment section down below. And when it comes to my one, timestamps are going to be in the description down below. But before we kick things off, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that is subscribing, that is supporting the channel, supporting the videos. My goal was to reach 300 by the end of this year, and it's just gone way past that to like reaching 350 subscribers. So just want to say thank you to everybody that is subscribing, supporting the channel, liking the videos. But if you are watching and you are new to the channel, if you do like these types of videos and a whole bunch of other different kind of videos, definitely consider subscribing, liking, sharing the video, all of that YouTube stuff, so that way we kick things off with the new year, right? And again, Happy New Year to everybody. I hope everybody has an awesome 2024. But I want to throw out some honorable mentions first of all. So these movies didn't quite make my list because like I said, there were so many movies I did want to put on the list, put in the top 10, but I just couldn't. So these are some honorable mentions. One that's basically confirmed that is going to be coming out this year, but we don't know a release date, is the Coyote vs. Acme movie. Now, I mentioned this in my weekly entertainment news videos that I do every single week. This movie was going to be written off for tax purposes because of this piece of shit, David Zaslav, over at Warner Brothers, wanted to write this movie off, wanted to like not release it. But now, thankfully, because of the uproar, they are going to be selling it. I still don't know who is going to be distributing this movie, but they have confirmed that the movie is going to be releasing. They have released the first look pictures of the movie, so I'm really pumped for this movie and I cannot wait to check it out this year. So if you aren't aware of this movie, definitely keep an eye out on this one if you are a Looney Tunes fan. Okay, so the next honorable mention we've got here is the movie Argylle with Henry Cavill as the main lead. Now, I saw the trailer for this. Honestly, I had no idea what to expect, but this trailer actually did catch me off guard and really did interest me. Honestly, just go see Henry Cavill's haircut. That should just push you to go watch the movie. So this movie is going to be coming out February 2nd of this year, so coming from Universal, and even the cast as part of it too. You've got Sam Rockwell, Samuel L. Jackson, John Cena, Dua Lipa, like I mentioned, Henry Cavill. So one to really check out, so that's going to be on my honorable mention. Another honorable mention we've got here is Inside Out 2. I really enjoyed the first movie, Inside Out. I've probably seen it countless times this year just because my son really does enjoy watching the movie. I'm guessing just because of the animation alone since he's only 3. But I enjoyed the teaser trailer. They are going to be bringing in some new emotions in there, so it's going to be like a Disney movie, one that is a sequel to an actual enjoyable movie with Inside Out Part 1. So this is going to be part of my honorable mention. Again, with Disney, it's a lot of hit and miss when it comes to their movies lately. So with the new emotions, how that's going to be portrayed with Riley being a teenager now, this has piqued my interest. Another honorable mention we have to say is Beetlejuice 2. I'm a huge fan of the first Beetlejuice movie and I really am excited to see what they're going to do with this. You've got Michael Keaton coming back, Winona Ryder coming back, you've got Jenna Ortega, part of the project, William Dafoe is involved in this movie too. So a really great cast with a great concept in terms of the movie itself. Now, the original movie came out in 1988, so it's been a very long time for this sequel to come out. But like I said, the first one is pretty enjoyable, so curious to see how the second one is going to be. So that's going to be a movie I'm definitely anticipating for 2024. And then the final honorable mention I have to shout out here is Transformers 1. This is set to be an animated movie, a prequel of Transformers, where the film focuses on Optimus Prime and Megatron and their relationship set in the home world of Cybertron, with some amazing voice casters involved in this project. So not one of these live action Transformers movie, going back to like animated form. I'm really looking forward to this. I know that Rise of the Beast had some mixed reviews for it, so this I'm hoping there's going to go back to form, so really pumped for that. So that's going to be the last honorable mention we've got here. Okay, so let's kick things off with the top 10 here. So coming in at number 10, we've got The Karate Kid, the next Karate Kid movie, with a little teaser that came out earlier this year with Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio, both their worlds combining to make a Karate Kid movie. And honestly, I am really loving this. I was hyped with another Karate Kid because like I said, I really enjoyed the 2010 Karate Kid movie, and definitely the Ralph Macchio Karate Kid trilogy of movies. And the fact that both worlds are combining together. On top of that, you're going to have a new character being introduced on top of this. This is going to be a really, really fun movie. The movie is coming out on December 13th from Sony, so this is definitely one I'm going to be really, really looking forward to for this year. It's my second most anticipated movie in the month of December. You'll see the reason why, but yeah, that's definitely one to look forward to here. Okay, so coming in at number 9, we've got A Quiet Place Day 1. I've been following the behind the scenes, the set photos. I was a huge fan of both the Quiet Place movies, first one over the second one, just slightly. John Krasinski does a fantastic job in both the movies in terms of behind the scenes and on screen. And with this one, you're focusing on like the very first day of the alien invasion basically, and it's gonna make for an fascinating, entertaining movie. You've got a great cast with Joseph Quinn and Lupita Nyong'o, and I apologize if I butchered any of those names there. And like I mentioned, with the core focus of this being the very first day, so not people understanding that you have to be quiet, these creatures sense the sound, it's going to make for a very fascinating movie. With this one coming out on June 20th with Paramount, one I'm really looking forward to. Okay, so coming in at number 8, we've got Joker 2. Now, I mentioned this in the most recent weekly entertainment news video here. We got a couple of first looks at the movie itself. They are not advertising this as being a musical, even though it is most likely going to be a musical here, with some musical numbers, some set production designs when it comes to that. And with this one, you're focusing on Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga, who's going to be playing Harley Quinn. So some really good chemistry and dynamic that's going to be focal point in this movie. I'll be honest, like I mentioned, I wasn't a huge fan of the first Joker movie the first time I watched it, but then watching it a few more times, it actually did grow on me, so I am really looking forward to this one. With this one coming out October 4th by Warner Brothers, this, as part of like the DC Elseworld, could be one of the better Elseworld projects with the Matt Reeves Batman Project 2. So again, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one to see how it's going to go. With the first Joker movie making $1 billion, curious to see how this one's going to do, with it coming out in October, that October Halloween period too, and also with this one not being marketed as a musical, even though it is a musical. Curious to see the reception when it comes to that. But yeah, Joker 2 coming in at 8th place. Okay, coming in at number 7th, we've got Saw 11. They just recently announced this with a post a couple of weeks back here, and I'll be completely honest with you, if you told me that they were making a Saw 10 and 11 and possibly a 12 movie maybe like 5-6 months ago, I honestly would not have been that interested in it. The last couple of Saw movies just really killed my interest when it comes to this franchise. But then after watching Saw 10, and I did post a review for that, I really loved Saw 10. I had such a fantastic time with that movie. Sparked my reignition, my interest when it comes to the Saw franchise. That post-credit scene, it's going to be one to watch. I really cannot wait to see what they're going to do with it. Now, they did tease a possible synopsis, possible plot for Saw 11, with it focusing on possibly Cecilia, Tobin Bell, Shawnee Lee, with them still being in Mexico. So that could possibly be like a follow-up to Saw 10. But I'm really excited for this. We're getting this back-to-back years of Saw movies once again, and with this you're actually invested in the characters and in the movies, so definitely one to look forward to. This movie coming out September 27th by Lionsgate. Okay, so coming in 6th place, we've got another horror slasher movie with Terrifier 3. They released a small little teaser trailer with Art the Clown dressed up as Santa Claus. How ironic with the Christmas period here. It does say that it's going to be focusing on around the Christmas period, and it's going to be a more gorier, more bloody, more guts, which I'm really looking forward to. I'll be honest, I'm still yet to see the first movie. I've only seen the second movie. I'm probably going to be doing a whole trilogy of movies and be doing reviews in time for the movie next year. But based on like what we're seeing and how the teaser trailer was following Art the Clown, this is going to have a fun watch, especially for the October period. This one is coming out October 25th, so pretty much around the time of Halloween, of October 31st, that sort of time period. So really want to look forward to, really want to enjoy, especially if you are a fan of Terrifier 2. This is going to have a really enjoyable watch. So yeah, Terrifier 3 coming in 6th place. Okay, now we're coming down to our top 5 most anticipated movies of 2024. So kicking things off with number 5, we've got Godzilla x Kong, with this one being the follow-up to Godzilla vs. Kong. And I'll be completely honest with you, I've watched Godzilla -1 and it's my second favorite movie of 2023. I'm slightly weary when it comes to this movie because of how great Godzilla -1 was. However, I really enjoyed Godzilla vs. Kong, and that movie, the human characters aren't as interesting, or you're not as invested in it versus like Godzilla -1. So you're more focused on like Godzilla and Kong as their either fighting each other or teaming up. The trailer with this one, I loved that little running sequence with them running together. It seems it's going to be focusing more on like the Kong character versus a Godzilla character, which I don't mind, but I'm loving like this monsterverse that they're doing here. The Monarch series I absolutely love. There's going to be a full season review when the show ends, so keep an eye out on that. January 9th, January 10th, that review is most likely going to be coming out. But this one really has got me hyped with what they're going to do. So yeah, Godzilla x Kong coming in at 5th place. Okay, so coming in at 4th place, we've got another ape type movie, which is going to be Planet of the Apes, or Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes with this one. Now the trailer looked absolutely fantastic in terms of like the visual style and the cinematography of the movie. They have confirmed afterwards that this is going to be taking place 300 years after the events of Matt Reeves' Planet of the Apes movie. So after, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie, the death of Caesar, this is taking place 300 years from that. And honestly, based on the trailer, I'm a huge fan of the Planet of the Apes trilogy. I honestly feel like it is one of the most underrated trilogies out there. But from the trailer, from what we've seen, I really am loving so far what we're seeing here. And again, with the trailer, looks absolutely fantastic, so definitely it's going to be one to watch, and definitely going to be curious to see how they're going to kick off the franchise once again with this movie. So really want to keep an eye out on. So yeah, coming in 4th place, this movie is coming out May 24th, so pretty much a month after Godzilla x Kong. Okay, so we're running into the top 3 here. So coming in 3rd place, we've got Dune Part 2. Now this one was my most anticipated movie for the second half of 2023, but of course due to the writer's strike and everything like that, it got delayed. So Rebel Moon was my most anticipated movie for the end of the 2023 period, but I done my review. You can hear my thoughts about Rebel Moon somewhere around here. But I really enjoyed Dune Part 1. Yeah, it's a very slow build up when it comes to that movie, but the payoff really is well executed. Now with this one, based on the trailers, looks more action packed, looks more of a thriller type of story. You're not seeing too many slow paced set pieces based on like the trailer, and of course the cast just absolutely phenomenal, from Timothée Chalamet to Zendaya to Austin Butler to Batista to Florence Pugh. So definitely a star-studded cast when it comes to this movie. You got to see the Sandworm in there as well. So this has the making to be a very fun, entertaining movie. Again, with this movie coming out March 1st, definitely one that's going to really kick things off with the start of 2024. So yeah, Dune Part 2 is definitely my 3rd most anticipated movie of the year. Okay, now coming in 2nd place, we've got Deadpool Part 3, or Deadpool and Wolverine. This, honestly, I never expected to have a Deadpool and Wolverine movie with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman teaming up together. Once they announced it, I was so hyped for this movie, but then once we start getting more information about this movie, the characters that are possibly returning, the set photos that they've done, this is going to make for an incredibly fun, enjoyable movie with so many nostalgia pieces and Easter eggs and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to this movie in particular. This one being the only Marvel movie coming out in 2024, which makes it for like an interesting take. This one also being rated R as well. I really am excited for this, coming out in July of 2026. So they did push it back from the May slot, but honestly, I'm all for it here. Again, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Wolverine and Deadpool teaming up together, taking on this multiverse sequence here, especially after what happened in Deadpool 2. This is going to be definitely the most anticipated comic book movie of 2024 by a lot of people, I would have to say. So yeah, one really excited about, 2nd most anticipated movie. But coming in at number 1, and it may surprise a few people here, but my most anticipated movie of 2024 is going to be Sonic the Hedgehog Part 3. Now, given where we started with the first design of Sonic to now this being my most anticipated movie of 2024, I am just absolutely in love with this lore, with this world building, from Sonic the Hedgehog 1 to Sonic the Hedgehog 2, with Knuckles, Tails, Eggman being introduced, and then of course that post-credit scene with Shadow, and that's mostly what I'm really looking forward to, is Shadow. Seeing Shadow on the big screen taking on Sonic, taking on Knuckles, this is going to have such an enjoyable feel-good factor to it. Now, it's still unknown if Jim Carrey is going to be reprising his role as Dr. Eggman, or even possibly playing the Dr. Robotnik character. It's still no confirmation or concrete evidence when it comes to that, but honestly, with the human characters most likely going to be sidelined and then focusing on the animated characters, because you've got Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, and even during the writer's strike they were still filming the Sonic movie because of them still being able to produce the characters, the figurines of these animals, I guess you could call it. So the human characters may not be a huge influence on this, which I'm honestly all for. I hope they do go off-world and not just focusing on planet Earth. So this for me is really one to look forward to. The movie is going to be coming out in December 20th 20th by Paramount. So again, that's why I mentioned that The Karate Kid is my second most anticipated movie, because this is going to be my most anticipated movie in the month of December and the most anticipated movie in the year of 2024. Really, really looking forward to how they're going to handle Shadow as well. So yeah, this movie is my most anticipated movie of 2024. But that about wraps it up for this video here. Again, I want to know yours in the comment section down below. Your top 10 most anticipated movie, your top 5, even your top 3, or just the most anticipated movie you have got for this year. Let me know in the comment section down below. And again, if you are new to the channel, definitely do consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button, share the video, hit the notification bell. We do so many things in the channel, with lots of videos also coming out your way when it comes to reviews, weekly entertainment news video, tier ranking videos. So definitely keep an eye out on the channel, subscribe, so that you're never missing out on that kind of stuff. But once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. This is YK Reviews. Happy New Year. Hope you have a blessed 2024. Peace.